Since there's so much going on, I miss a lot of stories. It's almost impossible to keep up with everything that's going on. Steve Bannon, that psycho, racist, fascist, Republican pundit, his plan is working. It's the flood the zone plan. His idea is we'll just throw everything against the wall. There's no way that the media is going to be able to cover everything. And it's working because so much shit is getting through that we just don't have the bandwidth to notice. So I'm just going to go over a handful of stories that I've missed over the last couple of days. I'm just going to give them a couple of minutes apiece. This is still going to be a long segment, but I'm going to try. Okay, so y'all remember Ron DeSantis, our Florida's lovely governor? Well, he's under investigation for Medicare fraud. He somehow or the other managed to funnel $10 million of Medicare funds to his wife's organization, which is called Hope Florida. That's the name of the organization. I shouldn't put quotes around it. That's what it's called. It's called Hope Florida. But it's his wife's organization. And he's under investigation for funneling $10 million to her little organization. I don't know how that's going to shake out, but it does sound like Florida. Trump versus Ukraine. Ukraine, by the way, we remember a couple of weeks ago when Volodymyr Zelensky was at the White House, and the only thing the right-wing's pundits seemed to talk about was the way he was dressed. Yeah, that's real news reporting you got there, buddy. But Ukraine's in a pickle. Donald Trump is trying to get a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. I'm going to get a deal done within 24 hours. It's going to be so easy. I'm going to call up Vlad. I'm going to be like, Vladimir, don't you do it. If you do it, it's going to be a bad day, a real bad day. Talking about Putin. Well, Putin doesn't really seem to give a shit what Donald Trump says. He's going to do what Putin go Putin. All right? Putin go Putin. But Donald Trump's deal is, okay, Zelensky, here's the deal. I'm going to not talk to you. I'm just going to talk to Putin. And I'm going to give him the Donbass, and I'm going to give him all the areas that they've already taken. And then I'm going to let him take you out. I'm going to let him have Crimea. I'm going to basically give Putin whatever he wants. And, oh yeah, by the way, if you don't take the deal, I'm just going to take like all the minerals out of your country. You got like lots of minerals that we're going to need because nobody's selling us minerals anymore. So we're just going to have to take them from you. So from now until the end of time, America is going to be taking half of all the minerals coming out of your country. Is that okay? That sounds like a great deal. I'm Donald Trump. The art of the deal, folks. I tell the country that got invaded, hey, you're a dictator and we're taking all of your shit and we're going to give it to Putin. So the country that got invaded by Russia is now being cut up and sliced up and given to the invading country by Donald Trump. Sounds like a great deal. If I was Zelensky, yeah, man, I'd be scared shitless. But that's the situation that we're in Ukraine. Texas and North Dakota, they are already using taxpayer funding for school vouchers. They're trying to eliminate the Department of Education in their state, and they want to give people money for school vouchers. Now you think, oh, wow, you're giving people money. That's great. No, you don't understand. They're going to give like $6,000, $7,000 a year in school vouchers to these parents of these children. Problem is that average cost of schooling a child is anywhere between $12,000 to $15,000 a year. So you're going to have to come up out of your pocket for the rest of that. And Donald Trump doesn't want to just do that. And Linda McMahon, the wrestling lady who is running the Department of Education, who thinks that AI is called A1. Goddamn. They want to make this a nationwide thing. They want to get rid of the Department of Education altogether. They want to do this whole private for-profit school voucher thing. So private schools are going to be getting paid taxpayer funds in the form of school vouchers. Now, Texas and North Dakota are already doing that. Also, while we're talking about Texas, they're going to do their own little Doge thing. The governor out there is thinking this is a great idea, what Doge is doing. So we're going to get rid of this waste, fraud, and abuse, which is just another way to say we're going to cut all your social services. And we're going to use that as the excuse. So good on Texas, good on North Dakota. Donald Trump wants to give $5,000 baby bonuses to ladies to have children. Now, if Donald Trump really actually gave a shit about the birth rate in this country, or Elon Musk, these natalist types, because that's what they call themselves, natalist. I call them eugenicists. You know, it's like, I got an idea. How about we try eugenics again? You mean the thing that the Nazis did? Oh, did the Nazis do that? No, I invented this. Natalism is a me thing. No, honey, it's eugenics. It's just eugenics. You want some people to not have babies, and you want other people to have babies. And when you say, I want educated European people to have babies, and these foreign invaders to not have babies. So basically you're saying, black and brown, no babies. White people, educated white people, have all the babies. So he wants to give a $5,000 baby bonus to people having children. People think, oh, wow, he's giving $5,000. Anybody out there who's had a child will tell you that the average cost of having a fucking child is $25,000. Between the hospital costs and all that stuff, $25,000. To care for your child's health care for 1 year, the very first year, over $20,000. You are not helping with their health care. You're not helping with child care. You want people to shoot out some babies and then a week later put on an adult diaper and carry your ass back to the office and work, or put yourself back on the factory line and work. So no sick time, no family leave, no help with health care or helping feed you or your family, your child. By the way, we had something similar in Biden's term. It was called the child tax credit. And they're like, no, it's not the same thing. We are doing a baby bonus. It's literally the child tax credit, except with Biden, he's not cutting out all the social services underneath you. Donald Trump is cutting all the social services. It's all austerity with the Trump regime. But he's going to give people baby bonuses. Oh, and I love this one. Anybody who has 6 beautiful white babies, y'all get a baby medal. What are we doing, folks? What are we doing? You're going to incentivize people to have 6 or more children with a medal? Moms for freedom, or whatever the fuck he's calling it. Jesus Christ. Oh, here's another one. Donald Trump, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, he's just trolling you. But he has already started printing out 2028 Make America Great Again hats. And people are going to say, oh, Donald Trump is just trolling you. How many times has Donald Trump done something where everybody comes out, all of his defenders come out and go, he's just trolling you. He's not going to deport U.S. citizens. He deports U.S. citizens. Oh, he's not going to try to stay in office. He tried to stay in office. We all saw January 6th. He tried to stay in fucking office. Oh, he's not going to go straight fascism. The dude is literally going straight fascism. And now with the 2028 Make America Great Again, I'm running for a third term presidential hats. Oh, he's just trolling you. Honey, that dog won't hunt. Go fuck yourself. He is not trolling. This dude will absolutely try to stay in office. That's how fascism works. You lose popularity, doesn't matter. I got the military. He's exercising hard power. You think he's not going to use that power? You think he's not going to call in the military? Honey, my sweet, sweet summer child, wake up. Let me see, what else? Sean O'Brien, head of the Teamsters. Back in the day, a couple years ago, I was thinking, oh man, we got a couple of cool-ass Seans. We got Sean Fain from the United Auto Workers. You know, he's kicking ass and taking names. And we got Sean O'Brien from the Teamsters, who's like UPS and stuff like that, you know, trucking. Well, he decides, he's gone full, you know, bootlicking Donald Trump mode. And he's trying to drag AOC and Bernie for taking private jets to do their oligarchy tour. Meanwhile, he's doing nothing but bootlicking the Trump administration. And the Teamsters, they're none too happy with Sean O'Brien. I don't think he's very long for heading the Teamsters at this point. He has pretty much sold his soul to the devil. And a lot of the Teamsters union members, they're kind of over his shit. So I don't know if he's trying to do this just to stay in Donald Trump's good graces, but whatever the case, dude, you sold out. You're cucked. You're a bunch of bitches, man. You and you've just become another Republican Donald Trump cuck. You know, here's my wife. You want to have sex with her? You go right ahead. You're my daddy now. Just like racist ass Smelly Gibson's. Daddy's home and he's going to get his belt out. God damn, I'm sick of these fucking fools. I'm so sick of them. India and Pakistan, they're always kind of warring, but it's looking a lot more serious these days. And I've heard a lot of politicians, like a lot of presidents, talk about what keeps them up at night. And the one thing that a lot of the former presidents have said is Pakistan and India, because they're both nuclear armed nations that hate each other. And I don't know if you know this or not, but all it would take would be 100 nuclear warheads, and our planet is in nuclear winter for 500 years. That would be the end of it. All it would take is 100 of these big-ass nukes, and that's it. Game over. The planet dies. So that's kind of scary. But I'm sure that somebody like Pete Buttigieg will fix it. Here's a funny one. Michele Fiore. I don't know if you guys know who she is. If you don't, bless your soul. But she was one of those MAGA types that was running for Congress. I don't think she won, but she did get arrested for scamming her district, or the districts that she was running for. A couple of police officers were killed in the line of duty, and she used her name to help fund a memorial in their honor. Well, the money that she collected, she decided to use for vacations and plastic surgery. I don't know if you remember the ad that she did when she was running for Congress, but she's wearing a red dress, of course, because MAGA. She's wearing a black leather jacket. She's got a gun on her hip, and she's like shooting targets in the middle of the desert, talking about, this is what I do to liberals, you know? And that woman, you know, she is squeezed in to that red dress, man. They have got, I mean, they're using duct tape. It's like old school, you know, drag queen style. Using duct tape to push all the titties together and, you know, Lycra to hold that ass in place. because she's kind of a big girl. And she's kind of buxom up top and she's kind of big in the back. You know, she got a little bit of junk in her trunk. That caboose. Oh, yeah. But apparently that money went to her plastic surgery so she could get her hair did and make her boobs all, and cinch in that waist and make that butt all big and juicy. She used it for fucking plastic surgery. And here's the caffer. Donald Trump pardoned her. Because of course he did. If you're a scam artist, Donald Trump's got your back. It doesn't matter what the scam is. As long as it's scammy, Donald Trump's like, I like this one. She does the things that I do. She reminds me a little bit of me. So, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, and over the weekend, or was it late last week, Treasury Secretary Besant got into a screaming match with a lot of fuck you, no fuck you between him and Elon. Elon is an idiot. We all know he's a fucking idiot. And, there's a handful of people out there that thinks he's some kind of Tony Stark genius. I call him Phony Stark because he's, by the way, Tony Stark, not a good guy. Never was a good guy. But I digress. But those two were going at it. I don't know which one Donald Trump would kick out of the office first, but apparently lots of F-bombs were flying, and Treasury Besant, Secretary Besant was not having any of Elon Musk's bullshit. So that's pretty cute. That's pretty funny. Lastly, Donald Trump is now giving dinners to rich people, and their cost of entry is buying a certain amount in Donald Trump's meme coin. So if you want to get into Mar-a-Lago to talk to Donald Trump, you got to buy some of his bullshit shit coin. I have no idea how much money he has made off of it so far, but it's probably in the billions. I do not know what the end game is on this crypto technology scammy shit, whether it's AI or cryptocurrency. It takes a lot of money, money to, they're using our water supply to cool computers. They're using so much electricity to power the computers that are doing all this computing for AI and for cryptocurrency. But that's just on the environmental side. And while Donald Trump is doing these dinners, getting paid in meme coin and cryptocurrency, he just set his Justice Department into an investigation on Act Blue, which is the small dollar donation site for Democrats. If you've ever donated to Bernie or AOC, just donate $27. That is usually through Act Blue. And it's primarily a small dollar donation site online. Well, Donald Trump is basically saying they're doing a scam. Meanwhile, he is literally selling dinner dates for millions of dollars in cryptocurrency. So I'm glad that, that seems like the world that we're living in. That all tracks. And I'm so excited to see how this is going to turn out, because either there are going to be gallows at the end of this, guillotines, or we're just going to live in a sci-fi dystopia, not unlike Elysium. So we've got some interesting times to look forward to. Goddamn, folks, I'm really tired of living through history, but we're literally watching history happen. And it's fucking terrifying. But on that note, I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and I will catch you next time. You take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.